All right, guys, I hope you're ready. I got your nightly watch list here. Today's March 25th, 2019. So this is for March 26th. And well, another interesting date. Yields affected the markets. We got to see the first Monday. It was exciting, but not so exciting. But before I get into it, make sure you guys are on stream tomorrow morning, because if anything changes, we are going to go over this pre-market, and I need you guys to post your watch list in the comment. The stream is below. It's pinned to the comments. It's in the description. YouTube.com/the stock market. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. And if you're on stream, you're probably sick of hearing that all the time. And then drop a thumbs up too if you guys like these videos. But I've been having fun with these, and now it's, again, stuff has developed, and this is a reason we have the watch list. A few companies I'm going to say, they're going to come up as far as the options chain, how they're going to play out, but we're going to have an interesting day. First I want to focus on the winners. What I mean by that is today the market was, was up, down. We had that down Friday, down Monday, and again, that's why I brought up the plays that are going to come up down the road. But looking at how the S&P was, there were some individual movers. The market ended up, it barely up or barely down in some respects, but there were stocks like Facebook and Microsoft. So those are the two winners. If those continue, or if we do start to see a heavy downturn, you want to go for the winners on the short side. But either way could be good. And one thing too, that down Friday, down Monday indicator, if we either go down from here or go up, the fact is that you want to scale in all throughout this. It's the timing of this. That's what we've been talking about on stream, because as we saw with, today, the market kind of stalled out. It could do that again. We do have the fourth quarter GDP data coming out, and I think that could surprise the markets for the downside, or if it surprises positively, that could be the fuel to the rally. So, calls and puts are going to get cheap through the week if we don't see moves coming in here. So that's why I'm highlighting the winners and losers, see how those work. But Microsoft and Facebook, Boeing, I got a weekly put on this. I started to scale in. Keep your eyes out on for that. It hit the 370. It's pretty much, it's bouncing, but it's setting lower highs. So it's trading, the VWAP and all that. But for the technical guys, look there. But there is going to be some developments. The thing that brought it down and gave it a little shakeup today was an announcement about China, Airbus fulfilling China order. So that was pretty negative with Boeing, but the stock held up very well. I think that I know for a fact that's the reason the Dow even closed up positive, because Boeing ended up 2.5% up, or about 2.25%. So there's that. Now the next thing, the big reason that's been moving the markets, I'm gonna have to go here to this SPY, but that's gonna come up there where I'm gonna reference this for the other plays. But the S&P and the bank stocks. So the banks, we saw TLT, and we've been watching that on stream. This is the inverse for rates. This is something to look at. And actually, on that note, another thing I'm adding to the watch list is the currencies, because it's all related to now the banks, TLT, and the S&P, because the market with the yield curve, if we continue to see pressure with that, and the market's going to continuously respond, the bond markets they've been sending some pretty crazy signals. So, and I'm going to make another video talking about that, and we're talking about it on stream as well. But essentially, I wouldn't go for a play on these. Be careful trying to play this, and we've went over the option chain on the stream again, but TLT isn't one you guys want to play. I'm going to show you that, but that's going to be the inverse of rates. But watching the rates, I want you guys to keep an eye on that. I'm going to come back to the option chain, but keep your eye on the rates, but also the currencies, the British pound, the Chinese yuan, the Japanese yen, and the good old dollar. Keep an eye out, because if there's any big fluctuations, this is going to have an effect on both, European bonds, but mainly our bond rates. And again, that is in turn now affecting the S&P 500 to a degree, and then the banks, because the banks are weighing down. And like I said in the watch list yesterday, watch transports and watch small caps. And transports came down, small caps ended up being a leader here on the Russell. As you guys see, they were the leader. So again, watch for the laggers and leaders, but now watch the bank stocks. Obviously, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Goldman, but now I'm adding to the mix American Express, MasterCard, and Visa. I'm not too big of a fan of playing these, but I think they might have a news event with Apple now, because again, Apple, well, we already had the announcement today with Apple, so I think also watch Apple, because it's making some pretty deceptive moves, and the calls finally are coming down a little bit. But if Apple makes a continuation move, however, at the event we saw movement from MasterCard and Visa on that credit card announcement. So if it does make a move, we did see some of the other companies like, again, Square and PayPal, they took a bigger hit. So hopefully you guys can see which ones are at risk more. Obviously, the bigger credit card companies have different segments of business, so it it's not like Apple's encroaching on them too hard, but something like PayPal and maybe Square, it changes things up a little bit. So those are, I guess, they could get hurt a little bit. Watch those. I thought that was interesting. And last now, watch the S&P with the value stocks. Again, on the winners list, McDonald's, actually, we caught a call on the top and it went up. It was leading in the morning pretty good. You could even see, though, from, the day before, it held up even during the downturn. And when we overlay it with the SPY, we've been talking about this. I said keep an eye on. It's diverging slightly. It's like following the SPY, but edging a little higher. But watch McDonald's if that continues. But now, Starbucks, that's holding up a lot better, and I got to look at the call prices, and then also Walmart, which is more paired with the SPY, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Walmart take a drop. That's if we get rotation. However, if we get some more volatility and everything goes down, all bets are off. But we're going to be looking at this. We're going to be going over this over stream. There is a few other plays. There's, Biogen hitting lows and other stuff, but I wanted to highlight these again. Stuff is going to happen pre-market. We're going to look, but this is mainly the stuff we've been focusing on. There was the chip makers too. I guess I'll leave you guys with that. I like, a lot of people have been asking, out of all these, Micron looks the cheapest to me on the calls. It is having that, post-earnings hangover, I guess you could call it, but I like Micron and then Intel on the put side. I think Intel is going to surprise with something, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me see your watch list, and I'll see you in the morning, guys. Peace out.